Hi everybody. So I'm outside the Cerritos Civic Center, um, and I'm visiting the sculpture garden that is right next to it. I parked over in the parking lot for the Civic Center, and they've got their sculpture garden right here. This was something. If you joined me for my live stream earlier, my regular weekly live stream to reflect on how things have gone during the week, I mentioned that I was really itching to go to a museum or something, enjoy the arts, the culture, something connected to, especially, and to share that with my subscribers on YouTube who enjoy the arts. And some of my favorite museums are still not opened, but I thought. So I just desperation. I searched around for any museums or cultural centers that were were still accessible, and this came up on the phone. I had not heard of this before. Cerritos is so close to Long Beach, so close to home. It's kind of a shame that I hadn't observed this before, but that's the bad side. The good side is that you folks on YouTube who follow me and subscribe to my channel can share the experience. I have not been in here before, so I'm just going to walk in. Let's observe together. So this is took the picture out here for my thumbnail of as we enter, and let's look around. So I might loop back this way. We got looks like a wedding party here that's enjoying the experience. Don't want to get in their way. I'll walk past them. So let's look here. This is pretty by a fountain. Looks like I can make a circle. I'll circle back, and then maybe those folks won't be in the way, so I won't be bothering their group. When I come back, the sculpture is over that way. We can take a look at them toward the end. Looks like I'll make a circle around the garden here. So this is nice. I'm looking to see if there's any kind of a, what do you call it? A placard that would tell stuff about the name of the artist and what they're depicting. I don't see that. Maybe it's on the other side. We'll eventually circle around that. I just want to sit here and take a minute to admire it, to admire the art from each angle. It's very interesting. Pretty. Look like the sea nymphs. Something like Greek mythology. I might be totally wrong, but so far that is one disappointment. We don't have any explanation of the art down at the foot of it, but it might be good that we just kind of let the artwork speak for itself. Hope everyone can. It's like lady here listening to the shell here, and she's collecting the shells here in her basket. Interesting. Take a step back so you can enjoy this one all together. If I get too close, you can only see parts of it at a time. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Like a children's marching band. Let's slowly walk around it, and we can enjoy it from the front. Carrying the flag, walk into the end of this procession. We get back to what we looked at before from a different angle. Over there, that looks like an interesting, very interesting one. Going to make a loop around this way, and then we'll eventually get there. Very impressive from the, even from behind or a distance. Anxious to see that one, what that looks like up front and up closer. So let's take a walk around here now. And back to 183rd Street right here, the other end of the garden right here. There's another entrance. I could have entered from the street this way. Instead, I entered from the other end where the parking lot was. So here we go. Let's take a look at this one. Interesting abstract. Interesting how abstracts can mean different things to different people. We could see this as just a random collection of bits, but am I the only one who's seeing something? Am I the only one that's seeing a person in it? A pair of legs here, arms here, a head. Maybe it's my active imagination. That's the kind of imagination artists sometimes need to have, especially performing artists. Sometimes see things. I know, at least from my perspective, understanding the subtext of a script. I'm sure other artists, it's the same thing. With just a hunk of metal, to some people can. Work at it and it becomes art. Characterization. Okay. Let's take a look at it from behind. Okay. I'm not seeing anyone joining us live. That's kind of disappointing, but hopefully people will see this later. I mean, I could have been more organized if I'd planned this and edited it, but I thought it would be good to just do it live, and I thought some people would join us. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing anybody. But if you do come see this later, I hope you're enjoying this and that you'll like and share and subscribe. So here we have, okay, here's the first one where I do see a bit of a description down at the foot of it. So let's first just kind of take it all in, and then we'll read the inscription. We have the inscription at the foot of it. We have, it's like the E pluribus unum. Now let's go down here. Okay. Thomas Crawford. Am I the only one that is not seeing it? Says it's the statue is still. It's the crowning feature on the dome of the nation's capital. I've seen that a million times in pictures. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Guess up close you see new features that you never saw before. So kind of seeing it as something different, even though apparently it's the same one I've been seeing in pictures a million times. Are very small. But that's interesting to know. Well, let me get the rest of it. Okay, cool. Take a walk around. So this is I was impressed by it from a distance and behind, and then I get close up and it tells me it's what's at the top of our nation's capital, and that's interesting because something I've seen. She looks so different up close, but it's very. This really is fascinating to know. It's that same statue. Now we're seeing it up close, replica of that one. Go around. See, now we come up on. So I've almost made my complete circle. We're back to the first one that we looked at. Now we go over here. Looks like there's some stuff about the dedication of this sculpture garden. You can read about along with more abstracts up at the top. Okay, so this is the explanation. I don't apologize. I don't know the local history around here. I mean, I live in Long Beach, which is a very close neighboring city to Cerritos, but close enough if I were older I might remember what this tragedy was, that maybe other people watching will be familiar with it. Now it looks like here over in this tablet they're saying a little bit more about who this sculpture is. That it looks like, appears, same disaster. more names. So anyway, walking back toward the first thing we observed, we made the circle. Looks like that wedding party is still over there, so I don't want to neglect the sculptures over there completely, so we'll still look at it, have a look at it, but I don't want to get too much in their way of what they're doing. Here's one other, I guess I walked past, maybe I took a look at it and I just don't remember. Maybe my viewers will have a better memory than I do. But it's another abstract to have a look at here while we
I tried it and I couldn't get it.
looks like this available. And to close on, this is a very interesting one.
It's a dog? Wait, what did I do? No, it's just gray and black. What did I do? Has to be a charger. I think it's a charger. Has to be a charger. Challenging, but in the front when you lift up the hood,
There's a bench back here. I'll take a seat so that way I can get the distance that we can observe this. Way that we get the whole thing in. Okay, so anyway, it looks like nobody joined us live, which is very unfortunate, but hopefully some people will still take a look at this video later on. Walking toward the exit, back toward the parking lot where we have the Cerritos Civic Center. And upon exiting, let me turn this around. And so I'll say to everybody, even though it looks like nobody joined us live, I hope you guys will have, by watching it later and not live, you enjoyed this little tour, hoping it gave you some better understanding and appreciation for the arts and how we can support them everywhere, the way the City of Cerritos has done so by creating this. And hope you guys have enjoyed this, and you will like, share, and subscribe, and for more on the arts and the performing arts, particularly in my case. And you will continue to enjoy the content on my channel, and I will see you guys around. Have a good day now.